it's Jennifer and it's Tuesday and I'm just popping in to say hi because I don't have a crochet tutorial for you today, but I have been sharing something on Tuesday for so long, I just don't know how to not come in and say at least hello on a Tuesday. The reason why I don't have a tutorial for you is because I'm working really hard on the telescoping pencil case. This is the original one that got me started on this journey. This one has kind of been through it because I had a big ink leak and then I tried to wash it. So this one has been through quite a bit and looking its age a little bit. But what got me started with making my own telescoping pencil case is that I wanted one that was tall enough to hold Tombow markers. And a lot of markers are this long. How long is this marker? Where's my handy dandy ruler? I always have a ruler. Wait, I have a measuring tape. So it sort of made me crazy. How long is this? So this is about 7.5 inches. It just kind of made me crazy that I couldn't order a telescoping pencil case that would be tall enough to hold a 7.5 inch Tombow marker. And I think a lot of markers and a lot of, pencils and art tools, brushes are a little bit taller. And these are so nice to take around. There's just something almost magical, of course not magical, but just really cool about being able to take your pencil case, out of your backpack or your basket if you're me, because you carry a crochet basket everywhere you go, and just pop this down, and then you have all your art supplies right there, and you can doodle and you can journal and you can do all the things. So this is the original one, and I decided that in making the tutorial, I really wanted to have a complete pattern written as well. Not with the expectation that anyone should have to buy it, but I often get asked if there's a written pattern available. So I want to have that available as well. And so I'm kind of doing two projects at once, which is very detailed pattern writing and then preparing for making the video tutorial of this pattern. In doing so, I've really been making it over and over and over and over again, and just making sure I am as happy as I possibly can be with every little detail. Because this is a product that has to fit over itself, there's an internal fabric that goes onto the base fabric and then an external fabric that has to fit over that, but you don't want this to be too loose. Tension and gauge are just so important in this project. So I've been spending a lot of time, taking measurements, working with different hook sizes, and making sure I make a tutorial that will allow people to remake this over and over again with success. Part of the process has also been to source materials for you to use. With the original one, I was just using things that I had laying around the studio, but I have a lot laying around my studio. I've been kind of running an Etsy store and crafting for a long time. I don't want to tell you how long. A very long time. It's actually my birthday today, so I could just be taking today off to celebrate my own birthday, but this is what I love to do, so I'm doing what I love on my birthday. Let's celebrate the Libras. Hello, fellow Libras. And yeah, so it's my birthday. That's just a little aside, but I've been sourcing materials. When I made this, I happened to have some really heavy duty, I thought I had it sitting here, heavy duty fusible interfacing, and I haven't been able to find it again anywhere at a fabric store. I have some coming in the mail tomorrow that might actually be the same product. Where did I put that? Hello. I found it. This is not that thick. Maybe it's just over 1 millimeter thick, maybe close to 2, but it's extremely stiff. And what's nice about this is you can get it wet and it'll dry and it'll maintain its shape. And the fusible side almost adheres to the yarn and really holds it in place. So I really wanted to find a source for this so I could recommend it to you, and I'm still working on that. Now this is what I use in the bottom of the telescoping pencil case so that it has some structure and will stand up well on its own. But I've also been looking for substitutions for that. So for the base, I made a template that you'll be able to go in and download from Google Docs so that you can make the perfect size template for the base of your telescoping pencil case. I was thinking that maybe the lid to my favorite Trader Joe's non-fat Greek yogurt might be big enough to have a solid base. It looks like this might be just a little too small, but like a sturdy plastic lid or container that you could recycle would work for this. What I have found that works really well are these felt sheets that are made to go under furniture legs. These are nice and stiff. These are probably closer to 3mm. They have a sticky back side, which is actually sort of helpful when you're assembling the base. So this is definitely a product that I'll be able to suggest that's inexpensive, that you can order from Amazon. I would think that these are sold in hardware stores too. Like maybe you could find these at Home Depot or Lowe's. I haven't checked that out to know for sure. My latest one that I've been working on has this as the base, and it's really sturdy. So I found a base product. I've made a base template. The other thing that goes into this is an insert that makes the body of it not stiff, but sturdy. Like you kind of want it to not be overly stiff, but it needs to hold itself up and stay in place so that you can open and close it. And I was using the interfacing for this as well, but now I like using felt even more. I started off using stiff felt sheets, and I found that I had to double them up to make them stiff enough. I needed 2 layers. And then I was like, well, if 2 layers of felt are good, maybe I should just get some really thick felt. And I ordered this 3mm felt, and then it was too much. It was too thick. So the sweet spot for the felt liner is a 2mm stiff felt, and I'll have a link for this product as well that you can just roll up, set in your telescoping pencil case, and it'll really help it maintain its shape. The nice thing about having a felt liner too is if it gets dirty, if it gets old, it's really easy to replace. So I've kind of got all my ducks in a row now. You know, I've got the template, I've got the, extra materials that you'll need and places to source them. Oh, the other thing is that you need a zipper for this project, and an 8-inch zipper works about perfectly for this. And those are pretty easy to find. I'm going back and forth with it because sometimes you need to kind of break in a zipper. I don't know if you found that to be true. What I like about these is that they're metal. There are a lot of plastic or cheaply made zippers out there, so it's kind of nice to find one that's got nice metal hardware. Can you see that? So just kind of a nice piece of quality hardware on it. Easy to grip so that you can open and close your pencil case without thinking very hard about it. This was a pack that came with some different colors to choose from. And then the other kind of surprise with this pack of zippers is it came with a really high quality measuring tape. Like this is a really nice, not a cheap paper one, but these zippers actually came with a measuring tape that's a really nice quality. And this is something that I use in the tutorial as well. So you kind of get 2 for 1 if you need to buy zippers and you don't own a measuring tape. This is really nice. So the base is made from wool ease, which feels nice, really behaves and looks a lot like wool. The telescoping part of the pencil case, I use Trubu, and I just need a product like this that has the slip to it that will just easily go up and over itself. Like you really need something like a bamboo or a rayon, just to give you that ease of movement with the pencil case. I use the Karen Macchiato cakes, and I just like their colorways, and it's really how I bring color into the project. So you can see I've got two different colored bases in the same Karen, but every time the color shows up a little differently. Here's another macchiato cake, and I really love those greens. And for the video, I'm going to use these purples. What's this one called? This one is called, this colorway is called Breathe. And I kind of chose this one for the video tutorial because I'm hoping that these colors will show up nice for filming, especially when working on the base, because the base is quite a dense fabric and it's a fairly detailed stitch. And I'm hoping that this pink, this sort of mauve-y pink, will show up well on camera for you. I still haven't quite decided whether or not to make this in two parts. I may very well, just because I can get a little overwhelmed by making a super long video. I think if I did this in one part, that tutorial would easily be over an hour because there are so many steps to this. But we'll see how it goes when I start filming. If I do it in more than one part, then when I'm done with the whole thing, I will combine them together and also put them all in one place just for everyone's convenience in the future. But for anyone who might happen to be joining me in real time, you'll get it in two parts probably. So that is what I'm up to here at the studio. I'm hoping to have part one of the telescoping pencil case out for you next week. Tomorrow I have a short video of me doing the tablet weaving for the very first time. So if you want to see how that goes, you can watch that short video tomorrow. Otherwise, I just wanted to hop on today and show you what's going on behind the scenes here, and to let you know that the tutorial will come out next week, or part one of the tutorial will come out next week. And I'm just excited for this one. This is a cool product that I'm proud of and I'm excited to share. And I hope that you'll enjoy making one for yourself or for a friend. I always say or for a friend because I do think something like this makes a pretty fun gift. I love designing things where you can imagine quite a few people with different interests being able to find a use for them. So I just once again wanted to pop on today, let you know how things are going, let you know that this is coming, and just to say hello. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.